Hi, I'm Daniel with Plumpy Thimble. Today we're going to be previewing Siege of Valeria, the upcoming title from Daily Magic Games, who sponsored this video. Please bear in mind that all the components that you see today are prototype and not indicative of the final product. Designed by Glenn Flaherty with art from the Valeria universe by the Miko and developed by David Mackenzie, Siege of Valeria puts you at the forefront of a battle against a horde of monsters bent on destroying the kingdom of Valeria. This is a tower defense style card and dice game for just one player. At the start of the game, you set up a deck for the siege engines you will face throughout the course of the game. A deck of troop cards, a deck for events to face each turn, and a deck of heroes you can earn to help you in your fight. The battlefield is a 5x5 grid with your fortress at the bottom of it all. To start the game, place 5 siege engines from the siege deck at the 5th spot of each column. Then fill the remainder of the grid with troop cards. These troop cards are multifaceted in that they are attacking you, but if you successfully defeat a troop, you take it into your hand and you're able to use the action listed in the text at the bottom. You start the game with 2 troop cards, 5 red soldier dice, and 2 blue holy dice, with opportunities to earn more as the game goes on. Each of the siege engines attacks in a particular way listed in the text on the card, and if it's in the row listed in green on the side of the card, it is both within range for you to attack it, as well as within range for it to attack you. At the start of your turn, roll all dice in your pool, then consult each of the engines on the battlefield, and activate their effect if possible. Then flip the top card in the event deck and follow the instructions. Once these steps are taken, you're ready to defend for the round. The 5 spots directly in front of your fortress are the vanguard. For each troop here at the end of the round, you take an impact token to the corresponding turret. And if any turret ever gains a 4th impact token, the game ends in a loss. In addition, if at the end of the turn, there's a siege engine in the vanguard, you also lose. Using your dice to allocate hits to the frontmost targets in the columns in front of your fortress, you attack. Each time you kill a troop, you take it into your hand to assist you in your fight. Each time you use a troop card, take its action and discard it. Red dice can be allocated to red icons on the troop cards, and blue dice can be added to red dice to boost that number. However, red dice cannot be added to blue dice to help bolster holy attacks. The only time you can attack a target that isn't at the front of the row is if you play a card specifically saying you can, or if you're attacking a siege engine within range. Every time you destroy a siege engine, you draw the top card of the hero deck. If there's space on your wall, place them in one of the 5 spots. Depending on the hero, it can either be used once and discarded, or it can be used once per turn, then flipped over until the next round. And to remove impact tokens from any turret, you can discard a hero from your wall, or a dice from your pool, at a 1-to-1 rate. When you have no more dice to spend, you take your hits from any enemies left in the vanguard. Then discard whatever's left from the first row. Then slide each column down towards the fortress as far as possible. For each column that no longer has a siege engine, add 1 to the 5th spot in the corresponding column. Take 4 troop cards and fill the battlefield, starting at the spaces closest to the vanguard. If there aren't enough spaces to fill, discard the rest. The game ends in a loss if the troop deck is empty when it comes time to reinforce the battlefield. Consequently, the game is immediately won when you have defeated all the siege engines on the battlefield and there are no more left in the deck. Compare your victory with the threshold found in the rulebook and see how you did. And when you think you're ready, head on into the campaign mode. That's right, once you've proven your chops in the standard game, you can add the additional campaign components. These will add personas, stronger characters, and complications. Each campaign consists of 3 games, and there are enough components to make playing the campaign mode over and over a new experience each time. Siege of Valeria is your own personal battle at Helm's Deep. The horde of monsters constantly approach, and you're having to make decisions on how to best allocate those dice, how best to use the monster cards that you've gleaned into your hand, and when to take the hits and how to mitigate those. With each roll of the dice and every flip of the card, the ebb and flow of battle is strong with the theme in this game. And if that sounds interesting to you, I'm going to link to the Kickstarter in the description below, and I highly recommend that you check it out. Thank you so much for watching.